Hi traders, this is Forex Nelson and I'm back again today with another 11 trades. I've done a grand total of 11. As I scroll down you can see they're all winners. And there's the total, and it's well over 200 pips and ticks. So as I said, done 11 trades, and I'm actually using a new system. This system's called the PIP Sniper Trading System. Probably if you've been following my YouTube channel for some time, you'll notice that the systems are similar to some degree. In other words, blue we're buying and red we're selling. And usually I'm adding an indicator, a new and different indicator, either on the top or I'm putting it in the bottom windows here. And on this PIP Sniper, I put in this momentum indicator. Basically, if it's above the waterline here, it's blue, we're buying. And if it's red, below the waterline, we're selling. It also has built-in alerts. Now, originally when I put this together a few months back, I had this turned on and you'll get an alert right here for buying, an alert right here for selling. Now what I ended up doing was, let's see, and there's an assortment of colors in here. I preset everything the way I like it, and you can make changes if you so desire. Thickness and or colors, totally up to you. And as I mentioned, on this PIP Sniper, I turned the alert off because, as I mentioned, all my systems moving forward will always have the super signal indicator. This one is much more important and it's more accurate. So, of course, when you get everything lined up, the 4 indicators down at the bottom, you'll get an arrow. So that's your signal right there. This is your setup candle, it's your trigger candle, and momentum is finally kicking in on this candle. So if you got into trade here as a conservative trader or here as an aggressive trader, it's a difference of about 8 pips, and up to the top up there is about 35 pips. I try to keep all my systems simple and easy to trade with and to understand. So keep in mind at 6 o'clock every morning, and the time right now is almost 9:30 a.m. and I close out all my trades right around 9, a few minutes before, a few minutes after. Close out all the trades and I'm done trading for the day. So 6 o'clock, I'm in front of the computer looking at all the instruments, and don't forget the daily trade plan. We can take a look at that. Here it is right here. Took a screenshot between 6 and 6:30. And all of my trades were taken from the daily trade plan. Keep in mind as the time moves along, especially this 30 minutes and 1 hour, can easily change either 30 minutes or on the hour. And of course, same thing could be said for the 4 hours. If you're trading without a daily trade plan, that is one of the main reasons why you're failing. You must have some kind of a trade plan, as my mentor told me many, many years ago. If you don't have a trade plan, you're doomed and you will fail as a trader. And as I mentioned, I color coordinated everything, whereas blue we're buying and red we are selling. Once we have that lining up with all the indicators, there's a 95% chance you have a winner. Gone are the days where, and I'm sure you're in that boat right now, you pull the trigger and you have this feeling 95% you're going to have a loser. So you got to change that way of thinking. When I pull the trigger, I'm 95% sure I have a winner. Love my super signal indicator, which reads the 4 indicators down at the bottom, and it catches the up and down cycles. It really helps to find the beginning of these up and down cycles. And this is fantastic for traders who love to scalp the markets on the 5-minute time frame. You will get many signals every day. A lot of trading opportunities, especially if you love scalping. Example of that, get a buy signal right here. If you pull the trigger, that's 15 pips. So, and I generally label scalping 2 to 10 pips. So you will find many times, here's your buy signal here, and if you pull that trigger, you're up 15 pips. So same thing could be said for going the other direction. That's 18 pips. So you get the idea. Up to there is 30 pips. No matter where you go, 7 pips, 36 pips. So this super signal, along with the daily trade plan, those two are must have. Well, one's an indicator and the other one's an expert advisor. So let's get into these trades. Pound Aussie. Here we go. Wanted to be buying. There's the arrow. I was waiting patiently for the pullback, and then I got in the trade. And I knew I had a winner. Now, it doesn't mean I'm going to get 100 pips, 200 pips. But if I do around 10 trades, I know that at least 9 are going to be winners. Most often, 10 out of 10 are winners. And mainly because, I'm not looking for 100 pips on every trade. But if you do 10 trades and you're averaging 20, 30, 40 pips on each one, you can easily see how you're going to get 200, 300, 400 pips a day. Took the trade at this cursor and I closed it out at this cursor. Looks like with about 12 pips. And 12 pips times the money times the 10 lots paid out $882. Remember, there's 4 things you need to succeed at trading. You need a lot of chart time. You need a lot of demo trading. You need a lot of education. I provide the education. And you need a daily trade plan. Now, you should be buying more education every 2 to 3 months if you want to succeed at trading. Okay, moving on to the next trade, the Euro Aussie. Another one that's very clear. And reset the blue box. All I do is change the time frame quickly and the blue box pops in. There's the arrow. I wanted to be buying it. Let's see where I did get in. If I stayed in a trade, I would be making more pips. But I was happy with what I got. And let's see what I did get on this trade. In here would be up over 40, but I was happy with looks like 12. That's 12 pips, same as the previous trade, and those 12 pips paid out $883. Okay, let's move on to the next trade, the Euro CAD. This one I wanted to be buying. There's the arrow directly from the daily trade plan. Let's see where I got in at. First of all, I waited for a bit of a pullback. And this is where I got in, and that's where I closed out the trade. Like I said, 95% sure I have a winner every time I pull the trigger. And as you can tell by now, I'm not looking for a lot of pips. This was, again, only 12 pips. Slightly above what I label as scalping. So 12 pips times the money times the 10 lots paid out $893. Remember, you don't need a lot of pips and you can make a lot of money. Moving right along to the next trade, crude oil. Here we go. Wanted to be buying it. Everything was looking good for the market to be moving up. So let's see where I got in at. Started to move. Went sideways, a little bit down, sideways. Now it didn't move a real lot, but I wasn't looking for a lot. This one here pays $10 on each tick, so this has to be 10. So let's see. As I said, has to be 10. There it is right there, 10 ticks. And like I said, 10 times $10, 10 times the 10 lots ended up paying out $1,000. Main reason I try to do 5, 10 or more trades at a time is because at the beginning I would only do one trade at a time, sit around for many hours, make a few pips, lose even few more pips or ticks, and it was just wasted day, one day after another. But as my mentor said, you got to get into pulling the trigger on more instruments, and once you have a pretty good system and a good daily trade plan, the odds are you're going to be winning at least 70 to 80% minimum of your trades, and you let your winners ride a little bit more and you cut your losers. Don't let them outperform your winners, which is what every new trader does. They always think that the trade is going to come back in their favor. In the meantime, it's going 100 or more pips against them. Okay, moving on to the next trade, which is the Euro New Zealand. One I wanted to be buying from the daily trade plan. There's the arrow. Let's see where I got in at. Obviously getting in around this area, which is what I teach in the videos, or even right here. Don't you just love this super signal? If you would have got in right where the arrow is, here or here, you'd be up right now 57 pips. But this is where I saw it in real time, and I pulled the trigger knowing I had a winner. And on this trade, looks like I closed it out just being happy with 17 pips. And 17 pips times the money times the 10 lots paid $1,150. Okay, let's move on to the next trade, which is gold. Now this one, wanted to be selling it. Bring in the data here. There's the arrow. As I said, I wanted to be selling it. And looking at the money, the tick total should be approximately 21, actually 21.6, as it pays $10 on each one. Would have been much better getting in here, but it could have, there was your, actually this is your setup candle, that's your trigger candle, and it's still, I knew that it could go back, as the market is very random, and if I stayed in the trade I would have made probably twice as much as what you see down there. But I'm happy. And what did I say, about 21? Let's see. Well, 3 times more. 60 something. Anyhow, I was happy with the 21. I did say it was 21.6. There it is there, 21. We won't worry about the point anything. So it's 21 times the $10 times the 10 lots paid out $2,160. Moving right along to the next trade, which is the Euro Yen. This one I wanted to be buying. Let's see where I got in at. Market started moving. Got in. Went a bit of a pullback, but I wasn't too worried about it. I knew I had a winner. And let's see, Euro Yen, I closed out the trade here. Looks like approximately 35 pips. And those 35 pips times the money times the lots paid out $2,579. Okay, now we can move on. Let's check out the balance of the trades. Now we're getting into the instruments that move the most, pay the most. These are the ones that I love trading. That's where the real money's at. So if you're in this to make the real money, then you have to get into all these other instruments. As I mentioned, I focus on these 7. I used to have 2 more in there, but they weren't moving quite as much, so I removed them, and I'm very happy with the 7 that I do have here. So let's see on this Dow Jones. Keep in mind the Dow does pay $5 for each tick. So on this Dow Jones, let's see where I got in at. Very clear that we're selling on even by the time I pulled the trigger. Even the momentum indicator, everything was red. And that's your setup candle right there. That's where I got in at. And there's your trigger candle. So whether it's here or here, here, there's no right or wrong. You have an hour to pull the trigger. But anyhow, I took the trade right here. And what I did was I took the calculator, took the money, divided it by 5, and the calculator says it should be, let's see, 94. 94 ticks. There it is right there. 94 times the $5 times the 10 lots paid out $4,700. Moving right along to the next trade, the Russell. Let's run a check on this one. Let's see. Russell. Another one I wanted to be selling directly from the daily trade plan. Let's see where I got in at. Here we go. Did qualify for a great way to trade. And let's see. That's your setup candle. That's where I pulled the trigger actually. And that's your trigger candle, or anywhere across here. There's no right or wrong. And of course, if I was still in the trade, I'd be up 170 something. And but looking at the money, this should be 47. Could have made a lot more. Look at that, 100 ticks more. But anyhow, happy with 47. Because 47 times the $10 times the 10 lots paid out $4,700. See what I mean? Small moves, big money. Now you know why I trade these instruments. Okay, moving right along to the next trade, the S&P 500. Wanted to be selling it, remember, directly from the daily trade plan, which you must have a daily trade plan. Let's see where I got in at. As I'm looking at it, it also qualified for a great way to trade. So I took the trade, again, right on the setup candle, and that's your trigger candle. So in other words, anywhere across here would have been good to go. That's exactly what I did. And I took the money, divided it by 5, because that's what it pays, $5 on each tick. And it says it's 112. So 112. Well, it's going to give me a hard time to get it right on. You remove the last digit. So it is 112 times the 5 times the 10 lots. Paid out $5,625. Okay, moving on to the last trade. NASDAQ. This one pays $20 for each tick. And by the time I pulled the trigger, let's see where I got in at, first of all. Right on this candle, that's your setup candle, trigger candle. So anywhere across here would have been fine to go. Arrow, wanted to be selling, did qualify for a great way to trade. The momentum indicator down here also is red. Everything is very clear, it's going down. So I took the money and divided it by 20. Calculator says it's 43 and change. So let's see, 43, and there it is right there. You remove the last 2 digits. So 43 and change. times the 20 times the 10 lots paid out $8,760. So another great day of trading. Fantastic way to start off the week. And I'm finally back at home after about, I think it was 9 or 10 days. Bit of a vacation to 3 different towns and cities in Quebec, Montreal, and 2 other smaller towns. Lots of sightseeing, fantastic restaurants. Had a great time, and I made some pretty good money as I was on vacation, a short vacation. So, if your system is not producing, like my PIP Sniper, I should say, got so many systems, I have a lot of them actually. I think I got about 85. Anyhow, all the names are quite a lot of similar names, I should say. But this is called the PIP Sniper. Time to go and snipe those pips. Anyhow, I recommend you get your hands on the system, and don't forget about the daily trade plan. It is a must-have along with this super signal indicator. And I do have a special going, limited time special offer going on at the moment. If you look right below this video, you'll see 4 packages. And if you buy any 2, I'll give you one of the other 2 for totally free. Almost forgot to do the recap. I added up all the pips and the ticks. I knew it was going to be over 300. I usually aim for 200, but most days it's well over that. And it's well over 300. Today's total came to 425 pips and ticks, and that paid out $33,334. So as I mentioned before, all you got to do is look right below this video and you'll see all the 4 different packages. So here it is right here, the PIP Sniper system. As I mentioned, each and every one of these is $250. Comes with over 3 gigabytes of training, and you'll get the exact copy of my system on your MT4 platform. It only works on MT4, not MT5. And there's 2 MT4 templates, bunch of indicators, my favorite meter, threw in a lot of books. Keep in mind, I'm not going to read everything on these 4 different Word documents. At any point, just put it on pause and read everything. So let's say you bought the system along with the Daily Trade Plan Expert Advisor. This one has 2 videos focusing on the EA and how to trade it. Now if you bought, say, these 2, you can take either the Easy Trader system with the Super Signal Indicator. This one has 3 videos focusing on the Super Signal Indicator. Remember, I did the system about 3 or 4 months before I even had this Super Signal Indicator, and I plan on putting it on every system moving forward. This is the driving force that makes it highly successful. It is a must-have, the Super Signal Indicator. You can either take that, or you can take How I Trade Live, Advanced Trading Tips. There's over 2 gigabytes of training, a lot of videos, 20 of them. They're about 20 to 30 minutes long each. So remember, training videos are in this package and in the PIP Sniper system. There's 22 videos, about 30 minutes long each. So combination of both of these is a lot of good training and education. So remember what I said, put the video on pause, read everything, and then if you have any questions at all, simple, pick up the phone and call me. Here's my number. If you live too far, simple again, send me an email. Here's my email address. Don't forget the underscore right here. I do prefer Skype, made it easy for you. All you got to do is click on this link. We'll have a connection with Skype, and through Skype screen sharing, I'll give you a free session, answer your questions, give you some tips and tricks. Keep in mind, I do all of that with no obligation to you. So it's time to wrap up this video. And of course, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So until the next trading day and video, should be tomorrow, providing there's no distractions, of course. I want to wish you good luck with your trading, and remember to keep yourself and your family safe. Okay, bye for now.